Welcome to Mariembourg in Belgium, a beautiful circuit situated in the south of the country. This 1,366 metre track is going to play host to round 2 of the IAME Euro Series in 2023. The circuit itself comprises of 12 ferocious corners, very quick, very fast, but also very technical. But the weather this weekend is another factor. In Belgium, it's known for being sunny, but it's also known for being cold and rainy as well. Much like the UK from where I'm from, the weather has not been great. It's been challenging, it's been unpredictable, so who knows what's going to happen over the weekend. Very, very fun to drive, very fast to drive, very technical to drive as well.
Welcome to Mariembourg, one of the most lovely locations in the south of Belgium, famous not only for kart racing here at the Karting Defined International Raceway, but also for its beautiful countryside, castles, long walks around many of the lakes in the area, and one of the top favorite destinations for many locals. The weather, as always, is unpredictable. This will be the case this weekend for round 2 of the IAME Euro Series, happening once again on the Karting Defined in Mariembourg, one of the top destinations in the world of karting ever since 1987. Don't miss it.
It's a brilliant circuit and it's a fantastic weekend, but to go racing, we're going to need a couple of things. We need tyres, we need engines, and we need fuel. Tyres for this weekend are the Comet and the MGs. The Comet being the K1DM and the K1DW being the dry and wet compound tyres for the mini categories. MG providing the tyres for both junior and senior, with the juniors getting the option hard compound and the seniors getting the yellow prime tyre to race with this weekend. They get 2 sets for each category for both slicks and wets, and they have to babysit those throughout the entire weekend. The engines, though, is a different story. The Mini's on the IAME Water Swift engine, which is 60cc and only 10 brake horsepower. I say only, they're not slow, they're incredibly quick, setting times of just over a minute around this fabulous circuit. The juniors and seniors both on the X30 125s, but the juniors on a slightly restricted version, only pumping out 21 brake horsepower from the seniors' 30 brake horsepower, providing excellent action across this entire weekend. Of course, the fuel once again is provided by Panther, and let's not forget our partners for this weekend. We couldn't go racing without them. Alpine Stars providing the clothing, ukart.io providing all the results that we need, Minerva being the online academy for drivers to get their schoolwork done over the weekends, Motorsport.tv bringing you the broadcasting online, as well as Unipro bringing the data loggers for the scrutineering team.
Dan Allemann saying hello to the camera. He's going to be starting from pole position from Spirit Racing. By his side, Gilles Herman from VDK Racing. Kanishk Rao, winner in one of the qualifying races yesterday. Noah Grenier as well by his side from Euro Karting. Max Endacott, young British driver from GGM Motorsport. GC Phillips, winner of the IAME Winter Cup. It's time for everybody to clear the track, clear the grid, and everybody to get ready for the first of the 3 final this afternoon.
Into the tram lines we go, though. The race continues as green flag goes out and away they go down in towards turn number 1. Good start then from Dan Allemann, who sweeps to the outside. Keep an eye on that inside line as everyone tries to fight for position. Squabbling away they go. There's a spin in the background there as one of the karts, several karts actually, 2, 3, 4 karts off in the barriers.
Mani Nuvolini as well as Just Mulder and Bobreshov out of the classification. Mani Nuvolini, you can see him trying to get back onto the track on his own. These are the 2 of the drivers that we saw missing in the classification.
These conditions are very, very tricky. There's drivers being spat off left, right and centre here as they're trying to just find traction out there. There is the 911 off the circuit. That is Harry Williams. Across the line they go then at a very dramatic first lap, and Noah Grenier leads the way after gaining 3 places from Jesse Phillips. Max Endacott.
Dan Allemann as well. What on earth happened to the pole sitter? He just tumbled down the order. Lost 23 positions. He's P24.
But at the moment, the drivers who will be liking that are these 3 that you can see on your screens. Grenier, Phillips and Rao, as Phillips goes to the lead down the inside at turn 3, and Rao follows.
And we are here on board pretty much with Dan Allemann, the 902. Let's try to see where he is. Dan Allemann is P18 at the moment, recovering. He was P24 2 laps ago. So the pace has always been with Dan Allemann, but now he has to put that to good use to try to climb through the field, and he's going to have a lot of work to do.
With these karts all the way around, the youngest drivers we have here, and a change for the lead as Kanishk Rao down the inside at turn number 2 retakes the lead on this one and says to his fellow driver, right, let's just try and work together here and try and pull away. Pace there as the treble 9 Zdenek is off the circuit and his race is done. He started this one in 21st place. And there it's the 977, it's a George Gibbons Motorsport driver who's off the track, and it's Romeo Mello who will be at the end of his race. And again, you can see how devastating it is for them, because it's just championship points thrown down the drain, really, isn't it?
Look at what's happening with Archie Lovatt. He had 1 win in the IAME Euro Series this season. He maybe could go for the 2nd one in a row. But for that, he's going to have to get past. But he's very, very close indeed. Starting in turn number 3 on Gilles Phillips. He goes through. That's a very close call, but he made that stick beautifully.
It really does shake it up, as now again we see Austin Newstead dive down the inside of Noah Grenier, gets that move done, and Grenier actually gets passed by one of the Yana Racing drivers there of Teo Policon. Gilles also getting involved in that scrap as well.
Gilles Phillips down 7/10. Oh, and there's a bit of enough for Noah Grenier. Noah Grenier was he actually pushed a little bit on the outside. He seemed furious about what just happened there.
The checker flag comes out, and Kanishk Rao will see the checker flag across the start-finish line. He will be delighted with that one, with 56 championship points to his name now. He increases to 2nd in the championship standings. Archie Lovatt will also be happy. It's a 2nd place for him, but he maintains his championship lead, crucially by just 1 point in this one.
First of all, the driver in 3rd position, Benjamin Manach. 2nd position, Gilles Phillips. And finally, your winner in Mariembourg from the UK, Archie Lovatt. Talk us through that crazy final. This is a 2nd victory for you in the IAME Euro Series. You must be delighted.
Yeah, it's been a hard weekend, and on my first heat I oiled up, so...
Yeah, beautiful weekend. It has been difficult indeed, but it's going to give you full confidence. Next round, Franciacorta. What can you tell us about the track already? We're going to be back on track on the 1st weekend of July. What do you expect you can achieve over there?
I don't know, we'll see.
That's the answer. Thank you very much indeed, Archie Lovatt. We'll leave you to it. Congratulations again to you and to the entire team. Thank you very much. Archie Lovatt, ladies and gentlemen. Freddie Lloyd is going to be on the inside line leading to turn number 1. The concentration in the eyes of the young British driver. By his side, Alexis Constant, your leader at the end of the qualifying races. One of the local heroes of Mariembourg is Thibaut Ramakers, one of the sensations of the IAME Euro Series. By his side, he's going to have Rocco Coronel from the Netherlands. On the row number 3, we're going to have Harry Bartel, the number 73 from Croc Promotion. By the side of Harry Bartel, he was our pole sitter at the beginning of the weekend on Friday. This is Thomas Kinsey from the Jana Racing team. Set yourself in, get your popcorn, strap yourself in as well to your seat, because the junior final will be as exciting as the mini that we had before.
Into the tram lines. Is it green flag? Oh, first time of asking, it is. Good stuff from the inside row then, as Freddie Lloyd dives to the inside, maintains the lead as he goes in, but round the outside there, who is that? Is that Coronel? It is Coronel, and it is also Alexis Constant as well. Constant up into 2nd place, and Constant into the lead. Constant into the lead now as he goes through in towards turn number 2. The driver who started on the outside row, but now he gets swamped by the other 2 drivers. Lloyd and Timo Ramakers goes through. Bartel knocking wheels with the number 58 of Louis Camon as they exit out of of turn number 3 in towards turn number 4. Ramikers now takes the lead. The number 3 from last year, 3rd in the championship, currently, who is in 7th in the point standings right now, leads this final. Standings at the moment, and there's a car coming to a stop. It's the Optimum, it's Joey Brown, and the number 12 is coming to a halt. And what corner is that on? That is on the exit of turn number 2.
For the Optima Racing team. Oh!
And that's George Nassar, who's off the circuit, the 16, who went off earlier on, and he's off again.
As we can see a replay on a contact, that's why.
So there was contact, and it wasn't at the exit of turn 9.
But it's good driving skills, as you can see from the number 4 from a victory lane. This is a battle from Sacha Van Patbosch as Bertram Sutton and Joseph Smith involved in the mix. We have the number 45 as well up there trying to catch up. As this is Bertram Sutton, indeed one of the privateers who climbed 8 places. Watch out as he's battling along with the number 30 just in front of him, Joseph Smith as well. Going through is Sacha Van Patbosch side by side, and Van Patbosch number 6, Carl Clark, my apologies. Van Patbosch just in front of him, the number 4. As we have the number 60, Clovis Nougarade from Victory Lane having to retire, unfortunately. That's a good sign. That's what we like to see, with the mechanic comforting the driver after what had been a difficult race. And we're live as well for the retirement of the 21.
That looked like Harrison Mackie to me.
Oh, the 69 is missing now.
Yeah, Walter Boeing at the back of the grid for the Falcon Racing team. He is off the circuit there at turn number 6. That car not able to get going again.
Fairing, or the nose cone, shall I say, that is being misplaced. As in the meantime, the battle is raging. The number 38 getting past, and this is happening further back into the classification as we keep a watch on what's happening with the 126. This is Tyrone Kinner at the back end of the grid. Tyrone Kinner, who didn't have the best of finals, keeps on battling along with the likes of Senna Meunier and Carter as well in the mix. That's going to be an interesting one all the way to the checkered flag. Oh, look at the front fairing of Sandro Perez with the Pirelli machine. As a result of a contact, I'm afraid he's going to pick up a 5-second penalty as a result, as that keeps on battling with Senna Meunier, the Belgian colours on his white crash helmet. And it keeps on going in front of the number 42 from Jana Racing. Proenza is trying to give him a hard time. Lost momentum as a result. Oh, contact!
Oh, a big coming together there, and round goes the 14 of Johan Helder. 1-4 of Jean-Paul Carras comes into the pit lane, and again the race is over. The bent NASA panel there, and it's just an unfortunate way to end, you know, after a bit of contact like that, isn't it?
Checkered flag and victory on Omsol in front of his peers for Thibaut Ramakers. And this is a 1-2 for Belgium on Omsol, with Alexis Constant doing a perfect job as well up into P2 for Dream Racing, and the podium being completed by Freddie Lloyd from Great Britain. Yannick Mans will be starting from pole position with the EGP colours. Evan Gilles on the track. Watch out for the Frenchman leading to new challenges this season. Row number 2, Danny Carinini from Energy Corse. Watch out for the young Italian. He's been one of the fastest, picking up some strong P2 and P3 results in the qualifying races of yesterday. Fionn McLaughlin, one of the new names and fresh faces of the VDK racing team. The Belgian squad, one of the strong forces on the international karting scene. Ethan Faramon from Dream Racing on row number 3 is going to be on the inside from P number 5. Sam Shaw from Britain is going to be taking his Lando Norris chassis from Premium Karting, hopefully on the top step of the podium. He's going to have 17 laps to try to maximize that performance. Are we gonna go? Yes, the last go out. Green, green, green. We're racing in Mariembourg, and Evan Gilles going around the outside a long way, trying to keep up with second place, crossing the line on Yannick Mans on the way to turn number 2. Everything going quite well on the way to the second turn. And it's raining really heavily here in Mariembourg. Watch out for the line, as Evan Gilles just took the lead in one swing of the arm, beautifully made by the French driver up in the lead. Yannick Mans second. Some of the drivers trying to find the best line outside of turn number 3.
Oh, Oh, heavy damage there as well to one of the VDKs. That's the 257 with heavy damage, and that is,
That's Clément Autran, unfortunately. That's the junior champion of Belgium.
McLaughlin holding on to that one, but then again down and towards turn number 1 now again. Endacott side by side. Contact between the two of them. They nearly wipe each other out as McLaughlin maintains that position once again with just sweeping back the crossover. Trying to come back through, and again just holds it round the outside there. Keep an eye though, because he's going to come back down the inside, and Calais Atkins is going to go 2 for 1. Latches onto that inside curb. The kart was on rails as he went through turn number 3.
And we are only getting started for the show of the senior final. Diving through from very far back is Eduardo Villa, but he's able to hold on to his line, but dropping a momentum to Phil McLaughlin as a result. Here's the replay of what happened at lap number, that's turn number 2 at least. As he was one of the names so far this weekend. Watch out, oh, this is Ian Hickmans who just lost P2. Here's another big ton of event. We talked about Calais Atkins being quite close to the Belgian, and he just made his move just before the braking zone of the hairpin.
But Atkins, there it is on your screen. Look at the lead he's got. He's only done 3 corners. That crop promotion car in these wet conditions is absolutely lit. It is just gripping all the way around this track. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. They have nailed the setup of that car in these conditions.
Oh, and one of the VDKs, this is Clément Autran, and look at the size of his front fairing and the position of the nose cone as well. And that might be actually on the outside of turn number 11, side by side. Watch out, coming down to turn number 12. And that's where you don't want to miss the racing line. And on the inside, watch out for the cross of Evan Gilles. He's having none of it, GG. And Ian Hickmans make his way through for P2.
The battle for second place rages on as across the line Gilles goes back down the inside, so does Sam Shaw. The outside line will work in favour as they come back onto the exit as Ekmans retakes second place, and now they all dive to the inside to try and latch onto that inside curb. Everyone squabbles for a grip once again as side by side for maybe third place. No, Sam Shaw unable to get that cut down the inside as round the outside goes Haiti Kaltgren. Tried to get that cut just to grip up on the exit, not able to gain anything from it. They go down into the pinch point and there's contact. Gilles is rotated round by Shaw. The contact between the two of them, and Evan Gilles tumbles down the order. Eduardo Villa comes through the fray and he drops right in front of, I believe that's Belota, or actually it's Latinga. It's Latinga who he's come in front of. So there on your screen is the 201 of Goldstein, who's managed to get through into this fray as well. He's gone up the order.
Very slippery in tricky conditions. Oh, another contact from Latinga. Oh. The 204 is making his way through with force. Gilles trying to get back as well. Get back on the momentum as soon as he can. Another contact with the Pantano Racing driver. The 208 of Luca Griggs in the meantime as well. This was heavy as well, and Griggs is off. Griggs is off as a result of that contact with Gilles maybe. He went sliding on the outside of turn number 12. What on earth happened there? But Gilles is still very much in this race, going around the inside of Phil McLaughlin, who crossed the racing line and takes a position back. It opens the door for Kevin Lantinga. Sam Shaw picking up a warning flag in the process, but Gilles very much still in the mix, having to defend against Julian Kamen, another driver to keep an eye on in the later stages of this race. The slight push from behind from Evan Gilles, who made his way through in the process. As a switch of position between Hickmans and Kalteren. Kalteren takes P2 outside of the last turn. Watch out for the counter-attack from Hickmans. He's very close, looking over his shoulder. There's no pressure at all from Sam Shaw as well, picking up a penalty at the end of the race. So there's 2 on the old planet battling for second. As warning flag as a result. That's what we saw in the replays. Warning flag for Evan Gilles as a result of that incident with Luca Griggs. As in the meantime, Ian Hickmans keeps on pushing on the inside of Enki Kalteren, who crosses the line, gesturing to the Belgian.
The 224 from Crop Promotions, they've nailed something on that car, because it is just on rails around this. Atkins is driving it perfectly. Super comfortable with the steering inputs. It's barely sliding as he goes through. Real shake-up, and there is a car that's being dragged back onto the circuit. It's the 265.
Alessandro Tudiska from RSD Karting.
Oh dear.
And that's quite unfortunate to see,
12,
because his teammate Enki Kalteren is currently in P2. close call, but watch out for Goldstein for the back as well. Sam Shaw has a penalty, but they might not be aware of that. In the meantime, Goldstein, Eggmans battling along as well. The British driver is still P4 in front of Goldstein, Eggmans as well. This will be one of the last battles of this crazy race for what could be the last step of the podium. Goldstein goes for it on the inside, on the rattle. In the meantime, picking up a warning flag as Goldstein is up on the podium as it stands. Eggmans in P5 will be promoted in P4, whatever happens due to the penalty to Sam Shaw. But those three drivers certainly still have a word to say in this race, and so does on the inside Ian Eggmans on Sam Shaw. And the British driver is trying to resist, so he does, and clipping the curb, crossing the line, goes Ian Eggmans on the outside of turn number 7, pretty much after the hairpin.
As theirs is Randy Rattel down the inside at turn number 1, and a bit more contact as he goes through. I'm not sure who that was with. It was with the 203. That's Ruben Moya, who was having contact with Moya, who's the championship leader going into this weekend, is really struggling in these conditions, isn't he? It's been a brilliant weekend. He's celebrating before he even gets on the start-finish line. What a dominant performance by over 10 seconds. Atkins across the line in the 224 wins Senior X30 final here at Mariembourg for round 2 of the IAME Euro Series in 2023. And as you can imagine, absolutely delighted with that. From 14th on the grid on the 7th row. What a performance.
In third place, the reigning champion of the IAME Euro Series, Eddie Goldstein. Second position from the Netherlands, Enki Kalteren. And finally, your winner this Sunday, Kali Atkins. Walk us through that race, those conditions first of all, but then up there you were untouchable.
Yeah, you know, it was really tough in that, having to start 14th, but, you know, the wet pace we shown in the heats, you know, I knew we would come through, but I didn't think I would come through that fast, to be honest, but, you know, I'm really happy with the team, the engines Grass has been giving me, my sponsors and everyone involved. I can't thank them enough, especially my mum and dad, and my dad who came to watch. Yeah.
Fantastic. These are beautiful words, and we'll leave you on that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Kali Atkins.
Well, we're done and dusted here for round 2 of the IAME Euro Series here at Mariembourg. The rain came tumbling down, but the racing was fierce as ever. Myself, Anton John, Guillaume Alvarez, a fantastic weekend. What can you say from it?
As always in Mariembourg, the rain came unexpected and all the finals were fantastic in all 3 classes. That's what we love to have in Mariembourg in South Belgium. And this has been an epic second round. Cannot wait for the next, and we'll see you all in Franciacorta.
There's contact on the way down to the first corner. On the inside, takes third position. He's going to have to defend.